Hi everybody, and welcome back to the Average Gal's Garden. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of work on my wheelbarrow. It's in pretty bad shape because of the sun. My pretty red wheelbarrow is now chalky. It's not really hurting anything, so I'm not going to bother to mess with it. The main problem is that the wheel won't hold air anymore. So it's going flat on me. I'll fill it up, and at first it lasted for 15 or 20 minutes, and I did it a second time and it only lasted a couple minutes. So I think probably that it's been rotting because it does sit outside in the sun. I have it flipped upside down most of the time, leaning up against the side of the house, and it's probably just gotten dry rot and too much going on with the heat and the sun here in Florida, because it does stay on the south side of the house. So here's a close-up of my wheel, and if you can see, I can easily push that down with my fingers. It may be a little difficult to see, but along the sides here there's a little bit of dry rot. The sun is it's taken a beating in the sun, but it is just a wheelbarrow tire. It's not my car, so I'm going to try to do the least expensive repair, which is to replace the inner tube. So the first thing I have to do is remove the wheel from the wheelbarrow, and what that will be is these 4 screws that are here. They're actually a bolt, and on the back side are some nuts, and I've got my fantastic nifty socket set right here, and I'm going to use that to remove the wheel. Okay, so one of the first things I'm going to try here is these screws and those nuts are all rusted. So I'm going to throw some WD-40 on here and see, just to make it a little easier. They might come off pretty easy anyway, but it won't hurt. So I'm going to do both sides, flip it over. I'm going to use a little tool. There it goes. That's awesome. There's one side. Okay, that's my parts, along with the wheel. This piece pulls right out. And there we have it. So there's a lot of really good YouTube videos out there already about how to replace the inner tube for a wheelbarrow wheel. And basically the hardest part is going to be getting the outer tire here pulled away from the rim here. I'm going to give it a try and see if I can't get it started. And first thing I need to do is see if I can't get the valve stem out of the way, and barring that, I will just light into it here. So I think if they make a special tool that will do this, and I probably could have taken this down to my local garage and asked them to do it for me, but try to save a couple shekels here. All right, so if you can see, got most of it, and now I just need to get Awesome. And there we have it. Okay, so I made a quick trip out to the local hardware store to get a replacement tube, which I managed to get. Of course, it only took me 2 trips because, of course, I am the average gardener. And although I took the measurement of the wheel before I went, once I got there, I started second guessing myself, and I thought, that wheel is too small. I think the wheel is this big one, but it wasn't. So there's basically 2 sizes for a wheelbarrow that was at this store, an 8-inch and a 6-inch. And of course I brought the 8-inch home and had to go back and get the 6-inch. So I'm all set to go. I have gone ahead and put the valve stem in the hole. Now comes the hard part, trying to finagle this back inside the hole outside of the tire. Actually, I think I need to put it on this way so that it's lining up with the hole for the valve stem. All right, and then I'm going to like I said, it probably would have been a lot easier if I had gone down to the local garage and asked the guys to use their little tools that they have to do this. But, you know, trying to save every ducat we can in these trying times. So just going to keep trying, and I want to be careful when I use that screwdriver that I don't puncture anything. Oh, gosh. Well, guys, I got a little help from my husband. He was fantastic, brought in the crowbar, and we were able to get the tire seated. And everything is good. Get my valve back on there. All right, so I feel good, and we filled it up. 30 pounds of pressure is the max for the tire, and we're right on there. So fingers crossed it holds air for a little bit longer. Now I just have to reinstall it. So the first thing I'm going to do is put the little axle thing through there. Then we'll do the spacers on either side. That's it, guys. It only costs 10 bucks. And I hopefully will get many more years out of it.